Well, the congregation wasn't set in order up there when you lived there, was it?
Wasn't what?
The congregation wasn't meeting regular when you
It wasn't up there then.
Yeah. Do you remember how it come it got started there on Tanner?
It must have been, oh, I just don't know. I reckon maybe after Ben went up there. I don't know whether they had any service before Ben moved there or not.
I remember when he come back from Harmony.
I thought maybe that's about the time it happened.
No, it happened. They was a meeting a long time before that.
Then there was several members around, you see.
I think where it started from was over from the Hendersons Chapel. You remember the Henderson Chapel?
But
tell him about Henderson's Chapel.
Henderson
You
Chapel?
remember about that?
yes,
Now that's where it started from, I think.
you know where that was?
Yeah.
Well, I remember.
On top of the Perkins Hill.
Yeah, I remember when they started that. These Hendersons, they moved in from Tyler County, and another old brother Reed, and they built this house on top of the hill, just up from Perkins, called Henderson Chapel. And I don't remember what year it was, but we went, and I remember Dad had saved up money, and he had $5 he was going to give for, you see, for they built its dedication. And so we all went to the dedication. I suppose took our dinners. I imagine they had dinner on the ground, you know. And this old brother Henderson had one arm, as I remember. And he was the father of 2 or 3 of the boys that lived out there, but he still lived in Tyler County. And I remember he got up in his talk, dedication. I don't know what preacher they had, but he talked and said that they was going to raise the money, see, to pay for the house. And he said, I want $25 men. Well, I thought, that there goes Dad's $5. I thought he said $25, you see. He wanted $25 men. And I knew Dad only had 5. But what he meant, he wanted 20 men with $5. So Dad was in the swim. And Dad gave his $5. I remember that very well. But the old man Henderson said he wanted $25 men. And so, of course, Dad $5 went in on that. And they paid for the house, you see.
That was George and Mac and Dave, wasn't it?
George and Will and Uncle Dick.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Uncle Dick and George stayed out there, I think. I don't want to come on with, and Uncle Dick. And Will was another brother, but he moved back to Tyler County, and Mac was a cousin, as I understand. He was a cousin of the other Hendersons, and he moved back and lived over here on the south side or up the river there a little ways, and lived and died over there. But he lived down over the hill in a Halliwell Hollow. But that was the Hendersons. Then there Reed. I don't. Yeah, I got called down one time, but his name was Amaziah Reed, and he lived there. But he moved back, and back to Tyler, I think. And so then finally Henderson Chapel just went down to nothing. They tore the house down, I understand. I don't know what became of the bell. They had a beautiful bell. We used to go out there and up the hill there where Will Wilmuth lived. We went up the hill there and out the ridge. And they'd ring the bell a half hour before meeting would start. And I remember Mother and I went out there one time. She rode the horse and I rode behind, you see. And we went up that point. Wilmuth left a gate for people to go through his farm there. And we went up that point and they rang the bell. We could hear the bell. It was a half a mile or so out the ridge. And we could hear that bell ring.